flag.
Hey, let's go. What's up, people? Welcome back to another episode of Hear Me Out. I am your host, Carson Nelson. Who I got with me again today? Let's go. Also, too.
I'm basically a host.
Co-host, my co-host, absolutely.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
I asked
You're
him this question, and he never answered
No,
me.
I did. I did.
You did.
I didn't. I thought I included that in like the voice audio.
No,
I didn't. Oh, that's
because
my fault.
I remember being like, he didn't even answer me.
You've done it to me like twice in the last week. I was like, so what do you think about?
I was working.
I know that one. But then there was another one. You were home. I was like, all right, bro. No, but my co-host Jessica Bowers. All right. So, dang, there's something I was gonna say, but I don't even remember. Oh, guys. So, filmed the podcast with Olivia. Y'all have seen that. I didn't mention, but we have mics now. W. Also, too, I bought rechargeable batteries for the Sony, so we no longer have to go from camera to iPhone.
Yay!
We
Carson,
love to see
insert
it.
the clap sounds for my movie. Also, you know what's so funny? Okay, I was rewatching the first podcast that we put out. I don't care what we're calling it. We're calling
Dude,
it the first
honestly,
one.
I'm just starting the order. This is the fourth.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
this is the fourth.
in the first podcast that we filmed,
Wait, what part was it?
I don't remember.
Was it the anime one?
I don't even remember what I was trying to say anymore.
Dang.
Like, it literally lost in my brain.
You got this.
I remember in the first podcast when I was watching it back, and see, I get that far every time, and I just...
That's real. Forgetting mid-sentence? I be doing that. I'm so guilty.
This is you
guilty.
when you were like, black box, white letters.
Background, white letters.
Black box, white letters. Black box, white letters.
Oh my gosh.
What was it? Dude.
Part with Ollie, part with Tristan, part with the anime, part with
Right, no, I remember the first video.
Okay.
My problem is I don't remember.
What part you were talking about?
the first video? Like, I don't remember if it was Ollie.
Oh, gotcha. Wait, as you remember, I did want to say, disclaimer. So, when we were talking about that first episode, and I had that insert podcast question, that was more so just, I thought of it on the spot, and I couldn't really articulate what I was trying to say. But when I was able to word it how I actually meant to, it did come across a lot different.
So how did you mean it?
How I meant to word it was when me, you, and Stella were talking right before the Jess birthday podcast, the night before. And what I was saying was, in the video, the first podcast, I can't remember exactly how I worded it, but that's not how I meant. What I wanted to say was, essentially when a girl has said that to me before,
okay,
it's just things just started to go downhill. What did I say it was? It was
like she starts to pull back a little bit, like
it was
she gets a little drier or something?
No, it was sorry, what was the thing that I said she said? It was oh, you're the first guy to have ever treated me so well.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was when you hear that, you're like, oh, okay, things are good. Things should be going good. But then it's as soon as that said, things started to go downhill. And it was like a precursor, like a bad omen, it's a good thing to hear, right? But why do bad things start happening after that's said, because you think you're kind of on the right track. And so, yeah, basically that's all I was trying to say.
Okay, also the fact that we were...
What? You said the fact that we were... Lock in.
Us talking about this just now made me think of another point where it was like, I feel like maybe too,
I'm just getting my water bottle.
I wonder if girls say that and then they're like, they realize like, oh shit, we're
like
actually
real?
getting serious.
Like it's real?
Yes,
yeah.
I feel like, okay, this was something that I wanted to say a while ago. Oh, sorry, I'm like hyper fixated on my feet right now.
Are you not comfortable? Do you want me to move my pillow?
I'm hyper fixated on my feet right now. Like the fact that my feet are out.
Oh, you're not trying to show them. That's so funny.
But I was saying, like, I feel like a lot of people like have commitment issues, obviously.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of women have commitment issues and they don't realize it.
Okay.
And I feel like that's why that happens so often is because I feel like they're like, wow, you're like the only guy to ever treat me nice. And then they're like, you're
like, oh, you're the first guy to ever treat me so nice. It's like, you're the first guy to ever treat me so nice.
Yes, no, it's exactly like that because like it's so weird too because when you get like treated like absolute dog poop,
right? Yeah,
and then you finally like have a person who's like treating you right, you almost are like suspicious,
right? You're like, this can't be real. It's
right.
not like this isn't authentic. This isn't genuine.
Like you're almost just like.
Something right.
And like a little fishy. I feel like you're like always a little on guard, but then it's like, but you're also like low-key like in here, like not truly accepting that maybe it's getting more serious.
Right.
And I feel like that when they say that, it's like the like,
yeah, gulp.
Right. Like, gulp.
Yeah.
I can't do it, but yes, it's like that moment for them where they're like, all right, I'm gonna go. Yeah. Kind of.
I totally get what you're saying.
You think? Yeah. That's because when you said that, I was like, maybe.
Yeah.
She has commitment issues.
Yeah. But that's more so kind of what I was trying to say in the first one, not how it came across. Because when I was like, when I was watching it back, and I was saying like, you were making your points, which I did all agree with, but I was like, I agree. I kind of see what you're saying, but when I just. Like, bro, I'm right here.
No, I made that face because
I thought you flicked off again. That's what I thought you did. I thought you were like.
I made a face and I was like, because you said, I mean, I can kind of see where you're coming from after I had like sat there and very clearly explained where I was coming from, and he was like,
yeah.
What are you doing?
Sorry, there's just a mode where like, hold up.
Okay.
Let me just double check something. Okay, sorry. We are all good. We are all good.
What were you doing?
I was just making sure. There was like a setting, and I've done this before, like in one of my vlogs where I thought I was recording on normal speed, but I was recording in slow motion, and there's no audio. So I'm literally like, and there's just nothing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. Oh, learning curve. But anyways, yeah. Did you have anything else to say?
Not about that, no.
Okay.
All right.
I think I got everything else out.
He's killing me. Question!
All right, questions.
He's done this twice where he's texted me and he has like prefaced and been like, dude, W question. And I'm like, what? And then he's like, actually,
it's a good podcast question. Okay.
What is it? Tell me.
Okay. You kind of hit that.
Right?
Tell me. All right. Well, actually, first question. It's pretty lighthearted. Okay. Moudang or pesto?
This cannot be the question that you said.
No, this is not the question. This is not the question.
I don't know who Pesto is.
It's the penguin.
I haven't seen him pop up.
Oh my gosh, okay.
I've only seen Moudang.
Okay.
So I feel like I have to say
okay, by default. Gotcha. Well, Pesto is just, like, I think it's, like, the biggest baby penguin to have ever been born. Like, when you look...
Like, weight or...
No, like size, weight, everything. Like when I think he's like 9 months old now. But like when you look at him versus his like mom, this is his mom. this is fucking Pesto. Pesto is this huge baby penguin, and he just like follows his mom around like wherever she goes, and he's just enormous. Like, it's so funny.
Oh, no,
I'll have to show you.
He'll probably pop up on my page again.
Now that we've spoken it into the air, yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Okay,
gotcha.
so the actual question now, please.
Okay, and I wanted to get Stella's thing on this, but okay. I'll do this one first. So, what's worse for you?
Okay.
This is like involving like relationships, talking, whatever.
Okay.
What's worse for you? Getting left on delivered or left on read?
That was from my mouth. I did not fart. I'm like so. I feel like this microphone is picking up everything.
Oh no, it's a good microphone, but it's not like crazy. Also, too, your dogs are out.
I know. I'm trying to situate myself so that they're not. Okay, I've actually seen people answer and ask this question.
Oh, really? Okay.
I
cool.
feel like.
Because I know my answer.
For me. Okay, but at the end of it, do they end up responding? Or is it just like forever until time you're on delivered or on read?
Let's say they end up responding, but when they finally respond, it's like a dry ass message.
I feel like
take your time.
like I was doing anything else. Okay, I feel like honestly, being left on read makes me a little bit more upset. And let me tell you.
No, go crazy.
Why is because I do it where I leave people undelivered because I don't want to forget to answer them back. Like, I don't want to forget that they sent a text. When I leave people on read, it's because I want to get rid of their notification because I do not plan.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right? Like, like when because I
understand
hate
where you're coming from.
On my phone, I hate when I have notifications. Yeah, I saw you side-eyeing when that notification pops. He's terrible. You are terrible.
Yo, I'm gonna edit me in with my eyes going like that. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Ever since
you
I've
clocked
known
that
him,
so fast.
Anytime my phone like pops up with a notification,
lights up,
he is the first person to look at it before
you even
look at it. I look over to him and his eyes are dry.
I'm like, oh yeah, Matthew texted you. Just gonna let you know.
His eyes are down on my phone, and I just caught him doing it just now.
That's
I saw my phone light up from the corner of my eye, and I was like watching you to see.
But you know what's funny? I don't even think I turned my head. I think
you did.
That side eye be coming in clutch. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, but you were saying red.
Yes, because I don't like notifications on my phone. And so if I do not plan on like messaging these people back, I'll just open them and I'll get out of it because I don't want the notification like clouding me. Okay,
so can I give you a scenario? Let's say you're talking to a guy.
Okay.
You're decently interested in him.
Okay.
Let's say you've been on a date. Okay. Let's say you've been on one date. Let's say it went decently well. Let's say y'all were texting, things were like getting a little bit slower.
Okay.
And he left you on read for 5 days.
Wow.
5 days.
I thought you were gonna say 5 hours.
Oh no, 5 days.
Leaves me on read for 5 days.
And then he gets back to you and it's like, just like a small lame ass response. It's
probably wouldn't respond.
It's not even like, hey,
like sorry,
I was busy, like something came up, like I was away from my phone for a few days. It's not like that. It's just like maybe responding to your question, but like with like one sentence.
I wouldn't answer him back.
Yes, but I'm asking you, which would make you more upset? Having that happen and being left on read or being left on delivered?
Being left on read, probably. Still.
Okay.
Still. I still stand by that. Because of like, for just me and like how I view when I leave people on read, I Because when I leave people undelivered, it's purposeful. I leave people undelivered on purpose so that I don't forget to message them back. I leave people on read because I don't want to answer them back. And so that's why, for me personally, being left on read is worse.
Okay.
Because it's like, ooh, they didn't even want my fucking notification up in their phone. Like, they wanted to get rid of that.
Gotcha.
Right? And then it's because it's also like, if I'm being left undelivered, then it's like, okay, they're busy.
For 5 days?
Hey. Who am I to judge? I'm MIA for 3 days when I work.
No, yeah, you need to be working 3 in a row.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, like I can't really necessarily judge. I mean, either way, if they leave me undelivered for 5 days or if they leave me on read for 5 days, either way, if they ever end up getting back to me, I probably would not respond back.
Yeah, 100%.
Doesn't matter either way.
Yeah.
But if they left me on read, it would bother me more than being left undelivered. For
me, getting left undelivered makes me more upset.
Okay.
Because it's like, if they just left me on read, I'm like, okay, they're not interested. Point blank done. I'm like, okay, I can take an L. I can take an L and move on. That's not something I struggle with. But
because you're a learner.
Because I'm a learner. Bro's adaptable. That was good. Okay. But yeah, because I'm a learner, I can take the L and move on. But when you're left on delivered, I feel like that almost creates a sense of ambiguity.
Are you like reading vocabulary? Did you download like that dictionary app that sends you a new word every day? Parsons word of the
dictionary.com app.
You know what's so funny about what
Yo, wait, what's so funny about when I say a big word? Is it because I wait for a response?
It's that you know you're gonna say it and you smile a little bit before you say it.
Like when I said infiltrate your vernacular. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And because, the learner one, you can see it clear as day.
Carson,
oh my gosh.
Where before he does something that he knows is going to
I like try to hold it back.
I'm crying. You'll go like.
My face will go. Oh my god.
It like contorts into like a.
No, it's like it's smirk.
You're right, because you're like, this is gonna stick.
Oh my gosh.
That's something I noticed when I was like watching.
No, seriously, I noticed that too. But yeah, but basically, because it kind of leaves like a little bit of, and I was really trying to think about what word I was looking for, ambiguity. That's what I was trying to think of, and
Yep.
Because it's like, okay, it's been like 12 hours, maybe they're busy, you know? Okay, it's been like a day, maybe, you know, something happened or whatever, you know what I mean? But like, if it's like red, it's like, oh, okay.
Fair enough.
Right. Fair enough. Yeah. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, I know exactly what you wanted to communicate by leaving me on red. But with delivered, it's a little bit different. Also, too, the thing that makes me mad about delivered is like, hi, Ollie. Hey, I love you. Say hi to the podcast. Guys, my favorite cat ever.
Look at his tail going crazy. Come here. Wink. Come here, baby.
Belly dance.
Belly dance.
But yeah, basically, also too, like, I feel like it makes me more upset too because it's like, I was gonna say something about the notification.
Ah, you scratching!
He knew he was doing something wrong too.
I know he knows. Cause he was scratching. He's messed up this couch already.
Oh, really?
On the sides over there. That's why I have that blanket there.
Oh,
but I'll hear him like when I'm in my bedroom, and I'll hear him, and I'll be like,
I would spring up out of bed, yeah.
Ollie! And you'll hear him.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's right. And I'll be like, come
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, basically too, I'm I'm just like, dude, I understand what you're trying to say. Just open the message. Or like, just open the Snapchat. You know what I mean? I feel like leaving it undelivered is like, you're not even like, you know?
It's like, damn, I'm not even like worth opening it.
Kind of.
Shoot.
Kind of. It's just more so like, I don't know. It just pisses me off. It just pisses me off. More so than red.
I have like when I was talking to the guy from
Yes. Place. That place.
Right.
That place.
Yes.
Yeah.
When he was on delivered, that made me really anxious. Like,
Oh.
for some reason.
Interesting.
I don't know why, but like that was weird. Like that little like
Because you were like head over heels kind of?
situationship with him was weird.
It was weird.
Like, and here's the thing, it was like, now that I'm not like crazy anymore, I literally, like, that definitely was not gonna be like a long lasting relationship anyway because of how like obsessed I was.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel
Yeah.
like whenever I'm like that, like obsessive over a person, it never works out in the end.
Yeah. And I mean, like, honestly, like, just in the way you would talk about it, I was like, I was
Right.
Like,
In the back of my mind, I knew that it was not gonna be anything
serious.
But like in the front of my mind, I was like, please, 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 please.
You're like, it's funny, it's funny, it's funny. Yeah.
I was like, please, 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 please,
Yeah.
please, please, please.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I feel like anytime I've ever been like
And I think
that
you did know that too.
obsessive,
Yeah.
like anytime I've been that obsessive
Yeah.
over somebody, it just never worked out in my favor.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Maybe in theirs, but.
But I don't know. It's just
Okay.
funky.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But like he would leave me undelivered, and that would freak me out. But I was also like, this is how I
Okay.
This is also how I knew that this is not going to happen was because I was like playing a game.
You did tell me
Like
about
I
this.
was like playing a game, right?
The time,
like the timing,
Yeah.
like texting timing
Yeah.
and stuff, like getting
I'm
left
gonna turn on a light.
Yeah, if he would leave me undelivered for 2 hours, I would leave him undelivered
Yeah.
for 3 hours, or like I would try and leave him undelivered for the same amount of time
That looks good.
because I didn't want to like be the one that was texting so often.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah.
See,
So
me.
that's how I was like, ooh, this might not be.
Me, I don't even. I can tell when someone's playing that game with me.
Oh, really?
But I don't play it back.
Yeah.
Like if I like am on my phone and like, you know, sometimes too, we've kind of talked about this, like when we send each other like voice audios and stuff, I might just not want to listen to it in that moment, you know?
Yeah.
And I'll wait maybe like 2 hours, 4 hours, maybe half the day, but I'll get back to you eventually, you know? But like sometimes I just like want to chill, you know what I mean? And so same thing with other people, like if I don't respond to them, I might just not be in the mood to like text or whatever, or like engage in a conversation. But I don't like play the game of like, oh, you waited 15 minutes to text me. I'm gonna wait 15 minutes now to text you. If I'm on my phone and like I see you get back to me, I'm just gonna send off that message. You know,
Yeah.
like if I'm in the mood, like I'll just be like, oh, like blah, 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 you know, like just like, cause like I don't know, it was like I don't know.
Sometimes you're
I think
just
I feel
not in
like
a texting mood.
yeah.
I don't know.
I think like the game thing though is just something like you kind of grow out of.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
kind of what I was trying to get at.
You're right. Yeah, that's very true. I feel like now I just don't care.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care.
I don't care,
Yeah.
honestly. I just don't like texting.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I love sending voice memos.
Oh my gosh.
I got a shit ton to say.
Hence, literally the podcast going on right now.
I got a shit ton to say, and someone needs to listen to it. But like, texting, I just am not a big fan of.
Also, too, like it really depends on how good like the other person texting is.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, I feel like when you and I text, we be geeking, and because like we also text like how we talk in person.
Yeah, we do.
You know,
we do.
And like, I think that like makes it fun.
Yeah.
You know, but like a lot of people like necessarily aren't like the best texters, or like it's new, so like you're not really throwing in as much personality.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
What's so funny about that is I literally was talking to somebody, I think I was talking to Stella about this.
Okay.
About how hey Stella, how I like on dating apps and stuff, it's so hard to like actually follow through when a guy finally is like, let's text.
You mean
like
go
that.
from
going
let's
from
say
like Hinge to like the phone messaging?
Texting. Okay.
That is where I lose Like, that's where a lot of guys lose me.
Okay, but why? Why?
Because I've realized it's hard to keep, like, this is so bad. Like, it's hard to keep my interest. But, like, it is hard to keep my interest over text, especially if, like, I haven't, like, met you in person.
Or
seen you in person.
Okay, yeah.
We haven't met in person. We haven't seen each other in person. We haven't talked at all over the phone or in person. But we're going to text. And it's, like, boring. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's boring because we haven't talked. We haven't met each other in person. We haven't, like, called each other.
Yes.
And that's why I feel like a lot of guys just lose me in the texting part of it. But, like, whenever I go out on a date with a guy, or I organically meet a guy out face to face, and then we start texting, I'm way more engaged.
Oh, 100%.
And, like, way more, like, almost willing and, like, wanting to, like, text them back because I've made a connection with them in person, and I know how they are in person, and I can, like, be like, oh, they are funny. They're just a bad texter. Versus like, ooh, they're just not funny. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, too, dang, you kind of covered that.
Right?
I like that. I like that.
Analysis.
W opinion.
You'll find it.
Take your time. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I was gonna say, I love voice memos, especially in a talking phase, a talking stage, whatever you want to call it. But because I feel like I feel like this: if you're texting with somebody, still getting to know them, and you both send a voice memo, that breaks a barrier.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like, okay, I know exactly how you sound. I know, like, kind of how you talk. Everyone talks a little differently. They might like emphasize things differently. Cadence. I like understand.
Add that to your vocabulary.
Oh, brother. But like, I understand, like, how you make jokes in real time versus, like, over the phone, you know? Like, it's just little things. Yeah. Just little things that, like, you can't pick up through text. Especially if they're not a good texter. But also, too, I think, like, another thing, even before, like, if you, like, whatever. I just think this also, like, kind of breaks another barrier if you FaceTime.
Yeah.
I think that's another big one. Also, too, I'm not saying, like, whenever I'm talking to another girl, I FaceTime them before, like, we go on a date or something. I'm not saying, like, I do that. That rarely happens. Okay. But, like, I feel like anytime you do FaceTime someone new, it breaks a barrier.
It does. Why is okay, for me, though, FaceTiming somebody is so awkward. Like, especially if they're new.
If they're new, 100%.
Like, meeting somebody first is way less, like, in person is way less awkward than FaceTiming someone for the first time.
100%.
Why?
100%.
Do not like that.
Yeah.
I hate that so much.
No, it can be, not like stressful, but like, for me, it's like the awkward silences in between, like, topics. Like, let's say.
Okay. No, sorry, keep going.
I was just saying, let's say, like, you know, you're still a little bit nervous. This also happens on the first date. Yeah. Let's say in person, let's say you're a little bit nervous. There might be, like, a little break in the conversation. The transition in the next conversation might not be as smooth, but I feel like in person, it's usually less awkward. But on FaceTime, it feels like grueling. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my gosh, I hated that. And it was like 3 seconds. You know what I mean? Just stuff like that. That
is so funny that you mentioned that. Sit in that silence, ladies. Don't feel like you have to fill it. Because listen, so I went on that first date with that guy. Okay. And there was a couple points where it was like a couple moments of just like awkward silence. Awkward, quotation marks are on awkward. Okay. Because for me, I didn't find it awkward. I honestly kind of I feel like it's good to like have a few seconds or like a few moments in time in the conversation where you guys just like are not talking about anything to see how you feel. Because like,
oh, like, am I relaxed?
yeah,
am I anxious?
like sometimes, because I feel like I am like a firm believer, especially after like these last 2 relationships, that like your body knows way before you do up here when like a person's right for you.
Yeah, you were telling me about, especially most recent.
Right, like I was having like anxiety, like physical anxiety symptoms that were manifesting, like actually manifesting out loud, and I didn't know why until I got out of the relationship, and then those stopped, like the anxiety tics like stopped. Like sophomore year, I was having these like gagging tics.
That's so okay. Yeah.
I didn't know why I was having them, and then I saw somebody being like, actually one of the most common like anxiety tics is gagging, because you just have so much like anxiety, like the serotonin, the dopamine receptors are in your stomach, actually, like your gut, which is why you get that like anxiety feeling like in your gut sometimes.
I kind of like that feeling sometimes.
I do too. I have it all the time, Carson. It just sits right here all the time. And like, I did not know why, but I would like, from the second I woke up to the moment I would go to bed, just like dry heaving or just gagging for no reason at all. And then I broke up with my boyfriend and it stopped. And then the second I got back together with him, it started up again.
It's probably worse.
They started up again. And I literally was like, whoa. And then when I was dating the next one after that, towards the end of our relationship, that anxiety tic came back. My gagging, and I was getting really dizzy and just like lightheaded all the time. And I was like, yeah, time to go. Time to go. And then after I broke up with him, like they also stopped. So I was like, I feel like I'm such a firm believer in that now. Where
and your body will tell you.
My body is going to tell me when a person is like right for you, because like if I'm not comfortable around them, then they're not right for me.
Oh, 100%.
You know? So it's like, I don't know.
I'm really glad you told that story, because I was trying to think, like literally pulling it from like the catacombs of my brain, where like I was like, I know I've heard this thing before, where like either someone I know or I heard it on a podcast, but like someone was with said boyfriend and they were like vomiting randomly, but it was you. I didn't realize it was you.
It was me.
I was trying to figure it out. I do think I've heard it from another podcast, but I do think the first time I ever heard it was you. Because when you told me, I can remember being like, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But also
it's weird.
It's weird. It's weird. And also too, like, that was probably the first time like someone ever told me something like that before. And I was like, you were throwing up? Or not throwing up, but like just like gagging like randomly. Like it wasn't like a smell, it wasn't like a you brushed your tongue too far back.
I wouldn't even be nauseous. Like, I wouldn't even, I didn't have like any nausea or anything like that. It was just like literally randomly, and I'd be like, bleh.
Yeah.
Sorry guys. But like just all of a sudden randomly the urge to just like gag would come out and it would just happen. And that was I guess my body's way of just releasing extra anxiety that I was having and by like gagging. And then a couple of times I was like so anxious that I would throw up. Like I was like forcing myself to throw up just to get rid of that like feeling.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that feeling.
And like I have not had that feeling in a really really long time, which thank God. But like
thank goodness.
Holy crap, like when I first experienced that, like I didn't know what it was. Like I thought like something was wrong with me.
Reasonably so.
Yeah. But then no, I don't have it. But yeah, I was like sitting in awkward silence with this guy.
Oh, awkward silence.
Times.
I was trying to remember. Good job.
Awkward silence with this guy a couple times. And I was comfortable. Like it was comfortable silence.
Good. That's good.
And I was like, I peeped that.
W silence.
I peeped that. That it was like comfortable for me.
Yes.
Like I was like, it was like a point where I was like, oh, okay, so what now? I want this drink.
Like I can eat my food and like it's not awkward. Like I don't feel like I need to. Yeah.
Nice. And then he would like come up with something else to say, which thank God, because I was blanking.
Oh,
I was blanking.
Wait, can I?
I was nervy.
Can I steer a little bit?
If you must.
Steer the boat a little bit. Okay, we talked about this a little bit, but oh my days.
Wait, before you ask it.
Okay.
I need a pee pee.
Oh yeah, go for it. Pee pee time.
Pee pee time.
I'll pause.
Yeah, cause I'm wearing
This
a
will
mic.
be we're down the battery. All right, hey guys, back from intermission. Just got to pee. All right. So,
air out my business. Why don't you? Okay.
So, what I was gonna say was the epidemic we're in of people. Let's say you go on a date, We're talking. Mm-hmm. Actually, let's say we're on a date.
Okay.
I'm talking. Mm-hmm. I'm talking some more. Mm-hmm. You're contributing your 2 cents. I'm going to talk some more. And I'm just going to keep talking. Mm-hmm. And the conversation will only be me. And the only way you are going to get your word in is if you like interject. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to ask you any questions. Mm-hmm. You're just going to have to say it. Don't piss me off. I hate that.
Because they just wanted a therapist.
They just wanted a therapist. They just wanted a sound box.
Right.
Yeah, that, oh my gosh.
I should have handed them a microphone.
There were like some points, there have been some people I've talked to where like, maybe that happened over the phone. Honestly too, the people who will do it in person will do it over text.
Yeah.
So like if I'm talking with someone and like off rip, they're doing that, they're not like talking about like, oh yeah, like, let's say I ask you what hobbies you're into. Mm-hmm. You would say, oh yeah, I'm into this, I love doing this. This is also really fun, this is also an interest of mine.
And I don't hit you with the,
and you don't hit me with the, what about you? That actually drives me through the wall, and I will honestly stop a conversation right there.
Yeah.
I'm so serious. Like, when I see it, I'm like, I'm not gonna waste my time.
Yeah.
Like, because like nothing irks me more. And also too, I feel like I'm a really good listener. I'm a really good listener. You know, that's not
to toot my own
not to toot my own horn, but like that's not an area of my life or like of my being where I'm like, I'm not really like too good at that. You know, like I'm a good listener. You know, I would say you're a good listener.
Thank you.
But like that's not an area I struggle in, and so like I feel like a lot of times in like a lot of friendships, especially forming new ones, I've like been more on the listening end. Like sure, they will still ask things about me, but in terms of like a ratio, I've been more of the listener in that relationship. More so talking about friendships and stuff, but even like talking stuff too. And so whenever someone like asks questions about me, or like just has like a genuine interest in like what I think about something, that means so much.
You're like, wow.
No, seriously. I'm like, I like if you, like I will always say this if like someone like comes up to me and they're like, Carson, I have a question for you. I'm like, yes. I'm like, there's something inside me that gets so excited whenever someone just wants my opinion on something, because I've been conditioned to be the listener in a lot of relationships, friendships, whatever, you know? I'd say most of the people in my life currently, we have a pretty healthy balance. We blend very well, but there was a point, probably more so throughout college, where like I was noticing like, you can take that. Okay, but sorry. I was like more of the listener. Yeah. Hi.
Hello.
Are you here? Okay, I'm coming.
Hey, let's go. Hey. W.
Yeah.
W.
We'll have to pick this back up.
I was about to say.
What a great part to stop at.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay. Stella just got here, so yeah.
We'll pick it up later.
Yeah.
Exactly what I'm wearing.
All right, guys, so we're back. And guys, we have Stella with us. Let's go. Round of applause. Would you like to introduce yourself? Just say hi to the people.
I'm Stella.
Hey.
I don't know what else to say. I'm just Stella.
These are our microphones.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have mics.
So me and Stella will share.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like you can keep it clipped. Yeah, I think if you just like go like that, that should be fine, because it picks up sound really well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Just keep it clipped like towards the middle.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
Cool.
All right. Dope. So, I can't remember if I got like all my thoughts out about that thing that we were just talking about with like they're not asking questions,
like asking on
blah
dates
blah blah.
and stuff. Yes, going off of that, what I told Carson off camera
for you to,
was that We had talked about this actually like a very long time ago, before I ever had this first date with this one guy. And I was on that date, and in the back of my head, I was hearing Carson being like, I hate when they don't ask me questions back, and when they are not showing any interest in me. So I remember I was like, low-key maybe overcompensating to the point where it was like a interrogation, but I was like trying to be very purposeful about asking questions back to him so that he knew that I was interested in him.
Yeah. Which honestly, W wingman. Honestly, I helped you out.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, you did, honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Carson's the reason why I have a boyfriend.
Wait, like, but ask some questions about what you were talking about. If like a guy like doesn't ask you questions about yourself, how do you feel about that?
I get silent.
Well, I guess there's just no conversation.
Right.
But you know, sometimes when a conversation's just flowing, you don't have time to like ask them back, you know?
Oh, that's not.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's true. That's
I
true.
totally
that's
get
true.
what you're saying, but this is more so in a sense of it's not like the conversation's just flowing, we're going off on side tangents, stuff like that. It's more so like, I was giving the example, me and Jessica are on a date, I'm talking, or she asked me a question, I'm talking more. And
they're just like,
They're
just
just-
wanting like nothing to reply to answers. Like they're just like,
It's just like talking about themselves, but not turning the question back to you to learn more about you.
Like almost like
That's kind of
telling
what I'm saying.
stories of their lives. Because you know, like when somebody asks you a
Yes.
question,
It
and
can
you're
lead
like,
into a
right.
Yeah.
When you finish that story, you typically are like, so what about you?
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like
What
when
are
you
some of
finish
your
right.
hobbies,
Like when you
you know,
finish
stuff like
answering
that.
the question,
You want to turn it.
the
turn it
normal
back.
thing that a person would do
Yeah.
is ask the other person,
Uh-huh.
what about you? And a lot of times people
It
are
just
not
doesn't happen. It
asking
just
the what
doesn't
about
happen.
you.
Yeah.
Well, that just means I feel like people like that just like only like care about themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they're just kind of like they're
Yeah.
not self-aware.
Yes.
Yeah.
It literally shows if they're I swear to God, that's like
Yeah.
a silent way to show, like to see if they're interested in you or not.
No, 100%.
Because
yeah.
if you don't care about somebody, you're not gonna want to get to know them. If you like are not interested in
Yeah,
somebody,
yeah.
you're not asking them questions.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
just point blank period. When you are genuinely interested in someone,
Yeah.
you genuinely want to get to know somebody,
Yeah.
you're gonna ask them questions. You're curious about them.
Yeah.
You want to like get to know them more.
Yeah.
Like see who they are as a person.
Yeah.
I feel like. So it's like very clear to, at least for me, when somebody is not asking me questions about myself, it's very clear like you don't care
Yeah.
about getting to know me
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
You just want me to sit
Yeah.
here, listen
and then,
to you,
and then they'll be
validate
like,
you.
And then they'll be like, oh, this was so much fun.
Had
I
such a great
good time.
time.
I'm like,
Oh, let's do it again.
let's do it again. When are you free? Never.
Absolutely
Literally
no. I'm so
never.
glad you had a great
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
While you sat there and talked for 30
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I was like, shit, you could just put that in the voice audio.
Right.
Like, I didn't need to be here for that.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
You
It just
know those
rubs me the
people
wrong way.
that like will keep the conversation going, but they have nothing to say.
Yeah.
that-
They're just blabbing.
Like it's like they're always like texting back, but like you'll ask them questions about
Yeah,
themselves,
oh.
and then they'll like reply with like one word answers.
Yes.
Like, oh, like how was your day? Pretty good. And
Oh
like
my-
they keep
see-
like responding.
Yes.
Like I actually like was talking to a guy that was like that, but I like literally could not. It's like it's like is it breadcrumbing or some shit like that where they're like just talking to you.
Yes. Breadcrumbing? Okay. The term breadcrumb is when like
Isn't that more so like kind of leading someone on? Like giving
No.
them just enough
No.
to like.
True. Maybe
breadcrumbing is like from the other person's point of view. It's when you are just like you want their attention so badly, or you just haven't gotten attention so badly that any little thing, a breadcrumb that they give you feels like a feast. The
never
small
mind. Say
amount of
breadcrumbing.
attention that they
I
give
think
you.
we were thinking about the same thing.
Because
Interesting.
these conversation I had is like there's no substance
right.
to the actual conversation,
Oh yeah, we talked about this a little bit. when we
but
were last
they like it's like they don't have brain
See,
cells.
for me, I think that
it's like they're also interested at the same time, but they have really
No, I
nothing
get
to
what you
say.
mean. I get what you mean because there have been times when like I was talking to like a girl like this who was like not really turning the conversation back to me. Then when I was kind of cutting things off, she was like kind of trying to like get me back at that point. So I'm like, okay, she did like me, She just doesn't have the common sense for like conversations. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or like, yeah, because like, I don't know.
No. For you, I felt like what I described her situation as was like y'all were just notifications in each other's phone. Y'all were just hits of dopamine for each other.
Okay.
Like you guys weren't genuinely
The dopamine
trying.
wasn't there. Like it was just like.
Hey was.
bored.
That's why you kept texting. That's like that's why you were like when he wasn't texting back as fast, you were like, but why? Like why isn't he? Because you were so used to it. Your brain was like, he texts me back. I'm pretty sure we're talking about the same person. Where you're like, he texts me back he texts me early in the morning. Because he goes to work and then he texts me consistently throughout the day. But then you were like, wait, he's not texting me in the morning anymore. Were you talking about the other one?
This is the guy that I was. Okay, so where was he? He was somewhere. And so like when we were talking before, and then we finally like were planning on going on a date, but like leading up to the date, it was like a good 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because he was somewhere. And the conversation was so boring. And I kept texting him back because I wanted to see if he would be different in person. And then he ended up having to reschedule the date. And I was like, never mind, I can't do this.
Oh yeah, no way.
Substance.
Yeah.
But he always would like literally like the second I texted him would be a text back. And I'm like, it's weird stuff.
I'm telling y'all were literally just notifications in each other's phone.
Yeah, honestly.
Like you guys were not genuinely going to. Yeah, breadcrumbing was my situation where I was like pining over this guy, and I like wanted him so badly that I was convincing myself that any little thing that he did for me was like him showing me that he truly cares, when it was like he was giving me this much. And then for me, because I was getting nothing, that small little like piece was like, it satiated me, right? Because I was like, oh, I got what I wanted. And then I would start getting anxious and I would want that again, and then he would give it to me. He would give me a small piece. And I'd be like, oh, right?
That kind of just sounds like
that's breadcrumbing.
Yes, but also like I feel like that is also like in like a lot of like manipulative relationships.
No,
like,
fair enough.
Like giving,
it is. Breadcrumbing is a manipulative tactic.
Gotcha.
Like, breadcrumbing is a manipulative thing.
I see. Yes,
right? Like
yes,
this is what a lot of toxic people will do for you.
Yeah.
Is they will. This is like the thing where it's like you can tell that they're pulling back, and then you're like, so you start pulling back,
and then
they're all over you, or they give you that small little thing, and you're like, oh, they do care for me, and you go 100% in again, and then that's when they pull back.
Gotcha.
And then you start pulling back, and they give you this much, and you're like, wow, and you go again. Like that is manipulation. That is breadcrumbing. And a lot of people oh God, and I fell for it, and it pisses me off because when you see the breadcrumbing, like when you see it, you're like, he texted you back, babe. Like that's all he did. But like in like the person's mind, it's like they literally fucking built you the world, like texting you back, you know? Because you're just so like used to nothing. You're so used to nothing that when they give you something, it feels like the world.
I got you.
W analysis.
Damn, was the food good?
It was.
Fly hand. She was in the.
No, literally.
She was like bouncing with it. Oh, dude, I'm happy for you. I know a meal like that.
That sandwich does
that
look
makes
good
you dance. Oh, that you know is hidden. Wait, I have another really good question for you guys.
All right, one of the last questions.
Maybe
we need to start getting ready.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, we can do a little faster.
Okay.
I have 3.
Okay.
We can do this one a little bit faster.
Okay.
So it's 7. Yeah, round it out.
So give us about 3 hours to get ready.
3 hours.
I need
like an hour just to like to simmer in the bullface beat.
Me too. I need an hour for that. I need an hour to pick out my outfit.
Oh yeah, she needs more time than me.
I need like an hour and a half for my makeup, maybe.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, well we can make these quicker.
3 hours.
That's wild, but okay. All right.
You're lucky I did my hair too.
Damn, dude.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, no, you're good. So as a girl, gosh, I'm so happy both of y'all are here. So as a girl,
Okay.
Where do you rank these compliments on physical attraction from 1 to 5?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I just really want to pick up Stella's answer. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, scooch a little closer. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah.
Here?
Yeah. Just perfect. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, where do you rank these compliments on physical attraction from 1 to 5? 1 being like most meaningful / like flattering to you. 5 being the least.
Okay.
Unimportant.
Okay.
Okay. So we have. Oh wait, sorry. There are 6. There are 6. My bad.
Okay.
So we have cute, pretty, beautiful, hot, gorgeous, stunning.
Beautiful would be number 1.
Okay.
Stunning is like. Oh wait, I should go from like.
Okay, for me,
You guys want to see the?
yeah, can we?
It's yeah, these.
Cute. Okay, so I like beautiful and gorgeous. Honestly, are like up at the top. Like I
1 and
feel
2?
like 1 and 2.
Okay.
But they can be interchanged.
They can be interchanged.
I think
Okay,
that
gotcha.
like if I got a you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, that feels the same for me.
Okay.
So
cool.
those are interchangeable. Stunning for me is a good like medial like
Damn. Same thing happened. Medial. Okay.
like middle
Middle,
ground
yeah.
compliment.
Okay.
Like yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Mine would be
Then pretty cute and then hot.
okay. Mine is beautiful because I feel like beautiful is like. I don't know. I feel like beautiful. Like when someone calls you beautiful, it's like they're saying that about like your physical and like also like
Internal.
internal. Like I feel like that has a deeper meaning. A little bit of a deeper meaning than gorgeous.
I can understand
When I
that.
think of gorgeous, I
like
think
that.
of just like of the external.
Physical. Yeah.
So it'd be beautiful, gorgeous, cute.
Okay.
Okay.
Because like I don't know, I like when it's like, oh, you're so cute, like you know,
Okay.
like that. Pretty, and then stunning, and hot. Because stunning, I hear that shit so many times. I don't really feel like that has much meaning to it, and I feel
Okay.
like a lot of guys use that and
Okay.
say it to like every single girl.
Gotcha.
I like don't really often get stunning. I feel like I do, but like
I get that on my Hinge a lot.
I think stunning is like a pretty like middle ground.
Okay.
I get a lot of gorgeous. I get it like guys love fucking whipping out gorgeous. Or like sexy. They're like, oh, you're so sexy.
Oh damn! I would never say that. I don't think that would be received
and I'm
well.
like literally
I don't
like,
think
ew,
that'd be received well.
it just is
I really,
ew.
that's one word I will stray far away
Okay,
from.
so Stella,
Yeah.
you're beautiful, gorgeous, cute, pretty, stunning, and then hot.
yeah.
Okay, and then mine is gonna be beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, pretty, cute, hot.
Okay. Cool.
All right, what's yours?
W list. Okay, so I wrote it out for me.
Okay. Oh, that's the list that you like?
No. I was saying ones I would get as a guy. So I have like as a girl, where do you rank these? And then as a guy, oh, I wrote as a girl twice. Oopsies. But I meant as a guy, where do I rank these on a scale of 1 to 10? So I have
You getting compliments or
yes,
you
me,
giving?
me getting
getting compliments from
me
girls.
getting compliments from girls. Yes.
Okay.
So I have, and if you guys can, excuse me, if you guys can think of another, throw it in there.
Okay.
Because I can only think of 5.
Okay.
Cute,
Okay.
pretty, handsome, hot, sexy.
Wait, pretty? What? Wait, someone call you pretty.
I've been called pretty before.
Oh wait, okay, wait. Actually, I can see it. No, like not like that. You're not pretty. Like I was.
No, I get what you mean.
I think I would like if I'm thinking about giving a compliment to a guy, I wouldn't call them pretty.
Right.
But sometimes though,
It's like you have pretty eyes. Like I feel like that I would.
But sometimes, but you know how there's like
Sometimes
pretty
though,
boys,
like,
Timothy
the only
Chalamet,
way
people-
to describe the way that a guy is looking is very pretty. And like, here's the thing. I hate to be that person, but we as a society, we put a gender assignment to the word pretty.
That's
okay?
No, 100%.
Pretty
yeah.
is not necessarily only supposed to be for girls. So like, I have called guys pretty when they've looked. The only way to describe it is pretty.
I get what you mean.
Like
No,
when you
I get
see
what
something
you
and you're like,
mean.
that's a pretty view. I'm like, that's a pretty boy.
Yeah.
Pretty boy swag.
Pretty boy swag.
Hey.
Oh my god, we got to play that song tonight. I literally love that song. But yeah, sometimes I feel like that's a really like specific compliment.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be looking a specific way to get the pretty.
100%. Yeah.
Pretty.
You know? But I can see why girls would be like, you're pretty.
To me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
You're welcome.
Is it because I'm like well groomed?
Sure. Well groomed, your eyelashes, and then like you have a nice smile.
Wait, let me see your
like
You have pretty eyes.
see, and he has a nice smile,
Yeah,
so
you
it's
do.
like pretty, like you
Okay.
know, like yeah. Like I would be like,
Appreciate
Carson, you have a very pretty smile.
Oh, okay.
You do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see that. Appreciate that, guys.
Carson's blushing. Carson's not used to
like in animes when the animation gets all like
Oh, I thought you were talking about nose bleeding.
no, but like their cheeks like start getting like super like, and they just look goofy. That was me just now. That's how I felt.
You were like trying to say your next word, and you were like trying to hide your smile. You were like,
I was like, thanks, guys. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. For me, also, are there any others you guys can think of?
Like for guys.
Yeah. Like something
Like
you would
physical?
physical. Yeah. Mostly relating to physical compliments.
Good looking.
You're good looking.
Yeah.
Dapper.
Hi, bro.
I feel like it's really hard to give compliments to guys. Like,
Oh my gosh. Oh, that was fucking funny, dude. Oh my god. Okay.
Scrumptious.
You're cut off. This is
Cut her fucking mic.
Stella's first and last time here.
cut her fucking mic. She's gone.
Oh my
You lost
god.
your mic privileges.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Okay, let's just go with these five. Okay, so for me, I think I would do handsome.
Okay.
Number one. Handsome
okay.
number one. If I get called handsome, I feel like the man. I really do. I really
Walk around
do.
like this.
What do I do? I walk in sideways through doors.
Excuse me, lady.
But yeah, handsome number one.
Okay.
I think I'd put cute as number two.
Okay.
I feel like that's probably the most common compliment I've gotten before.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah.
I feel like you can throw around cute really
Yeah.
easily, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I have pretty hot and sexy left.
Out of all the compliments I've ever gotten,
Which is like maybe 10. No, but I would probably say handsome, cute. I'm trying to decide between pretty and hot. I'm trying to decide between pretty and hot. I'd probably go. Honestly, hot, pretty, sexy.
hot, pretty, sexy.
Yeah. I feel like hot would flatter me more. Because I don't feel like I've gotten that a lot.
Like you're so hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that would flatter me more. I feel like pretty is more of like a genuine compliment, but I do feel like hot, I would think more about it.
Yeah.
You know
Give
what
you
I
a
mean?
bigger head, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like pretty, if someone calls me pretty, I'm like, okay, thanks. But like, you know, but I also don't try to be a pretty boy. You know what I mean? There are some guys who like try to be a pretty boys.
Yeah. Sorry. These questions have made me think of a bonus question,
Okay.
which is what's the best compliment you've ever received from somebody?
Oh, dude, you know, that's kind of funny. I have a notes app. Hold up. I have like a few compliments because I was like, I need to start writing them down so I don't forget them. Oh, here it is. It's labeled compliment.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
So the first one, this one was from Kaylee George freshman year.
Oh, okay.
I won't forget it. She said, okay, so it was like me, her, some other people were hanging out in her dorm room. I lived on this side of Garland.
Yeah.
She was in the room exactly on this side of Garland.
Yeah.
So me, her, my freshman year friend group, some of us, we were hanging out in her room. And I guess I was making jokes, you know, making people laugh, whatever. And she was like, but she was like, she like stopped. She was like, you know, you're like really funny. She was like, you're like genuinely funny. Like you don't have to make fun of someone else to be funny. Like you are actually like really funny. And I was like, that really means a lot.
Aww.
You know, I was like, that's really nice, because we also weren't like super close or anything. We were friends, but we weren't like super close by any means. But I was like, that's really nice. And also too, I think that kind of shows like maybe the people she was around in like high school, because we were freshmen at the time, the people she was around in high school, that it kind of shows like that's how they made people laugh, by like belittling others. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was just a really nice compliment.
That's
I don't
a
forget
good compliment, yeah.
There was another time too, I was doing Uber Eats, and I was super OD during COVID. Like, there was like a girl I was talking to.
Gotta be.
We would be, like talking to
Like
someone.
OD during COVID.
Oh yes,
Sorry.
sorry, yeah. But we were talking, and like, if we hung out, we would wait like a week and a half, 2 weeks before seeing each other again.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, just to make sure we didn't like pass anything, because like, I was worried about my parents. My parents are in their 60s. And like, I just did not want to like get a job at Chick-fil-A and fucking expose, you know?
Yeah.
So my best friend Caitlin, she put me onto Uber Eats. And so it was a great way to make money, but also be away. And so that's what I was doing. I was dropping off food, picking up food, listening to podcasts, listening to music. It's cool. Whoa. I just did the fucking, the knee-jerk thing on accident. But anyway, so whenever I would leave my car, I would always have my mask on. Even if I was walking outside, I would always have my mask on. And there was one day I was working in Richmond and I forgot it. Just on this one trip. And I was looking for this office building. And I was looking up, I was like, which building is it? They're all so tall. And then the lady, I guess who ordered it, she was like walking across the street. And I like turned and she was like basically to where I was. And she was like, are you Carson with my food? I was like, oh yeah, like here you go, blah, blah, blah. She was like, thanks. And she was like, you're like really handsome. I was like, I know I had to read it. The exact quote was, oh wow, you're like very handsome. And I was like, thanks. And she was like probably like 6 years older than me. And I was like, thanks. It was just so out of the blue.
Yeah.
So out of the blue. Like usually if I get a compliment, maybe it's like premeditated or like I know the person at least. It was just like a complete stranger. And she was like, wow, I find you very attractive. That like really meant a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like as a girl, you experience that a lot more. But as a guy, from a stranger, like 1 in a million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that like really stuck with me.
Oh, that's sweet.
And then oh, blinked out the name. But I was hanging out with it was for Jay's birthday this past year. It was like, it was a big group. It was like me, Sophie Aubrey, some of Jay's friends, Lily Tyler, Logan Schweiger came out with us. I met Logan's boyfriend. Oh, he was so cool. He was so much fun to be around. And me and Logan were talking at one point, and I think she was like asking me if I was like talking to any girls or something. And I was like, no, like not really, like blah, blah, blah. Like I might have like gone a few days, but like nothing too serious. And she was like, I can't remember exactly what the context was, but she was like, honestly, like, screw that, whatever. She was like, yeah, like you're funny, you're attractive, and you're a nurse. Yeah. Like you got it, something like that. Yeah. And I was like, oh, like that's really nice, you know? Yeah. That was just nice.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah. And she was, especially just saying that like I was attractive, I was like, that means a lot. You know what I mean?
People need to start telling Carson he's attractive more often. I feel like you like don't believe that you're a good looking person.
I think
Carson, you're a good looking person.
do, but like, it's different. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah.
Is it because you're a black guy?
You mean like...
And you feel like not part of societal standards?
No, it's not that.
Is it that kind of like not feeling
that
attractive?
kind of that.
Okay.
Maybe when I was younger.
Right.
Maybe when I was younger.
For sure.
Yeah. But like, and we can,
That's
for another conversation.
That is a whole essay story.
That's for another conversation.
Yeah,
but,
we can get into that one.
Yeah, that was kind of the thing I was like hitting at the other day. But yeah. Sorry, I got distracted by the plane. But no, I think I am. But like, I don't know. It's just hard. It's just hard to explain. It's just nice to hear.
Yeah.
If you look, you can hear Jess say, "Wrap it up." So yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and listening to another episode of the Hear Me Out podcast. This is the clip where Jessica spills her coffee. Oh, it was so funny. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. Our next episode, we will have no audio troubles, so I appreciate your patience. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time.